What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And just a quick heads up, but you got bombarded today, if you're a sub, with a bunch of content. That's right, Doody put out 4 videos. This will be number 5, and well, you got plenty of videos to watch this morning. And if you really don't care too much for videos and actually enjoy live stream, I'll be doing a live stream today at 9:30. That's right, we're gonna go for about 2 or 3 hours. We're gonna catch up with the snore tax. We're gonna catch up with everything going on with the quartering, and it's gonna be a good time. So if you got nothing better to do, come chill, hang out with me at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Alrighty, this daily wrap, guys, I gotta warn you, 15 minutes long. Good God, the cope is insane. Don't worry, I sped it up a little bit. I got it down to a little over 11 minutes. We're probably not going to watch the whole thing, but let's hear Phil bitch and complain and whine about low support and how he did what you wanted, but still there was no reciprocation back in monetary funds into, you know, his bank account. So let's get into it.
Everyone, DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 18th of May, 2026. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about what went down, some things that ended, sadly, some things that didn't go according to plan, and let's talk about how this is affecting the future, because guess what? We got a big schedule change. Tomorrow, I'm playing a new game, and it's not what you think, okay? So let's talk. So today, we started off with a, relaxing DSP morning show. We chilled, we hung out, we built up attendance. We talked about the schedule updating, because this week I will not be here on Friday. We talked about Pokemon cards, which guess what? I actually ordered a box of, and more. So we talked about a lot on the morning show. If you want to get caught up, I urge you to give it a watch. It was an informative one. And then we jumped into the conclusion of Directive 8020. So here's the deal. We finished the game. I actually stayed late to do so. I mean, the thing is, if I tell you about the game, I'm going to spoil it massively. Today, like, all of the big plot things happened, all of the twists, the turns, and the interesting stuff. To be honest with you, by the end of the game, I actually thought that the plot was quite intriguing and interesting. It almost had the same feeling as some previous games that I played, more psychological horror than, like, body horror, if that makes sense. You might be like, I don't get it, psychological horror. Why? I thought it's body horror where these aliens are, impersonating people and murdering them. Well, I don't want to spoil, but I'll just say there was a ginormous plot twist today that changed everything, and some people lived, some people died, depending on my choices, and we got one of many different endings that are possible in the game, and I actually liked it a lot. However, I'll be honest, the audience, once again, kind of disengaged, complaining about it being a narrative.
Okay, I want to stop before he gets into support. Okay, look, how long have you been playing this game? Yet another game that you've decided to drag out. Your part 7 got 200 views, and it's been out 11 hours, Phil. Your this one, the final part, got 147, and it's been out 11 hours. The 8th part here ended up getting 130. Bro, no one cares about this playthrough, Phil. So for you to tell them you don't want to spoil it, have them go watch it, no one wants to watch it, Phil. And again, my point in bringing this up is, what's the point of the daily wrap if you're not actually going to give context to what you did during the day? Is this just what, a video for you to collect 2 cents in ad revenue? Because that's what you're going to get here. If that, because you got 200 views on this video? Phil, again, this is what I mean by you wasting people's time. You do not value people's time and money, and it's very annoying. It gets very annoying for people, because even people that are willing to give you a chance, they sit there and they say, come on, man, you stream for 10 hours a day, you pump out all this trash content, you don't edit any of it, you just say, hey, here's some slop, dig through it and try to find the corn. No, people are busy. Even people that don't have much to do are still busy people. And you need to learn and respect their time, not just throw slop. And again, I mean, I've said this before, the daily wrap is just him. It's a coping session. He gets about 200 views, and honestly, that is how much actual support he gets. That's how many people actually like him. There are about 200 dents that probably like his content, that tune into everything DSP does. Because if you notice, most of his videos get about 200 views, right? You notice that? And that's a trend there, folks. If you go down, just go to his channel and just go down, you'll notice the trend that most of his videos get about 200 people that watch this. And some of them are going to be detractors. So again, Phil, stop wasting people's time. There's no point in you doing edited content if you're going to do this as well, okay? Like, oh, here's one video a week where I provide actually a 15-minute highlighted segment of what I did, and it's semi-interesting, but then 95% of the rest of your content is just slop. It's just hours of just slop. And it's like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not a corn finder where I'm gonna dig through shit try to find that one nugget of corn. I'm sorry, brother, I'm not doing that. And most people aren't. That's why your views are shitty. And I gave you the advice before that if you're going to do edited content, you need to bite the bullet and do all your content edited. You can't simply just say, all right, I'm gonna give you motherfuckers one video in a week, and that means you have to watch all the other crap that I put out there. No, bro, it doesn't work that way. But anyway, he's gonna, of course, now talk about support, which was non-existent. It was so bad that he had to fake tip himself just to self-soothe. Anonymous came in yet again with $50, and I think he hit the goal. What he ended up at 151 or something like that. Oh, it's so convenient. He ended up at 151. All right, let's hear him complain about support.
Base game, it does suck. It sucks that these games used to be some of the big content that I would put out. Games like Heavy Rain or the Telltale games, you know? Even the earlier games from this very company, supermassive games like Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures used to do well. And it just seems like in 2026, that's kind of gone away. People really just don't have the attention spans for narrative-based games. They just sit there complaining, oh, it's boring, it's story. Yeah, that's a game. There are games that are okay that can be story-based, but I think most people just can't stand it anymore. They're actually idiots. There are actually people today comparing this game to Mixtape. That's how fucking dumb they are. I mean, that's just boneheaded, brainless drivel, saying that you think that an 8 to 10 hour narrative-based game with big branching story paths, choices that really matter, and an intriguing story is the same as Mixtape. You have to be stupid to say something like that.
So again, the only people saying that are your LARPers and your trolls, and again, you're here sitting, seething, and coping, and taking the bait. He bitches. He actually has the nerve to tell Wings of Redemption and other people that they take the bait. You're bait, sire. Here you go, Phil. Jesus Christ, man. And he's too stupid to realize it. But again, I think he does realize it. He just copes and seethes, and he uses it as a form for sympathy. Oh, look, these people are going in here harassing my chat and saying that this is worse than Mixtape. They're so dumb. My viewers are so dumb. And nothing like calling your viewers idiots. Great job there, Phil. I mean, can you imagine any business owner out there that will call their customer base idiots and morons and treat them the way Phil does? Can you imagine that shit? Yells at them and tells them, leave, don't come back, I don't want you here. And you know what I mean? And then sits there and wonders why he doesn't hit the goal. Sits there and wonder why he has to fake tip himself. And of course, he's going to see even more because he didn't hit the goal last night. He was at $30 during tryout, and then he did a 45-minute hour Q and beg session. And he ended up getting like an extra $20. I think he tapped out like at $54. That's up. But let's keep going. Let's keep going with the cope here. We still got 9 more minutes to go.
So we finished it. Sadly, because there just wasn't a lot of interest in this game, I am not going to do any more streams of it. I would have loved to go back and do an alternate choices stream, but I just didn't see the interest there. Truth is,
wage quit.
We did get a good amount of support for the stream, but it was from not very many people. Like one person did a very big tip. There's a few people who kept, super chatting over the course of the stream. And by the end of the stream, so many people were disengaged. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play it anymore. I am happy for those that did support, and I appreciate it because it was a successful.
Again, this is just what shows you that he fake tips himself. He knows that $50 tip was fake. He knows he actually, that was a lie. He know that he only made about $90, before YouTube's cut and before Kick's cut and PayPal's cut. And that's why he's seething, and that's why he's not going to play the game anymore. Again, if he would have hit the 150 goal for real, without fake tipping himself, he would have played the alternative endings. Because again, he got nothing else to play. What is he going to play? He's already how many games has he wage quit? And he can only play Pokemon. He's trying to extend Pokemon out as much as he can because he knows he's going to have to quit that pretty soon. So Pokemon, and what else? Capcom Fighting Collection is dead. He wage quit that. Street Fighter, he wage quit that. What else? What does he got going for himself? Again, bro, your actions speak much different. Your actions don't match your words, Phil.
Full finale stream for that, but I know how to read the room, okay? So enjoy the finale of Directive 8020, okay? I hope that you will enjoy it. It's live on the channel. Now, tonight's late stream, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I got to take an L on this one, all right? And you want to know why? Because it's been so long since we did a late night stream here of tryouts, I forgot something.
Okay, this is interesting. He's going to take the L, but not take the L, okay? This is the I'm sorry, and then go on for the next 30 minutes explaining why you're the idiot and, the reason why, you screwed up. And I'm still apologizing, but it's really your fault. We're a non-apology apology here. Hope sit.
Notably, the last time that we did this 2-3 months ago, we did exactly what we just did now. One night, everyone wanted to nominate games for me to check out, so they would contribute to the stream and say, hey, check this out, and I would go watching all of these trailers, and tons of positivity and support, and everyone had a great night and was super happy. Okay? It really pisses off my trolls when that happens, because when I have a great night of just chilling with my audience, having fun, and they support it, they get all up in arms about it. How dare people support Phil. So what ends up happening is the next night, which is supposed to be the night that people show up to vote and pick the games out of what we've looked at, the trolls come to F it up. And that's exactly what happened tonight. Being that it's been so long since I did one of these nights, I forgot about that, and that's my fault, okay? This has already happened 2-3 months ago, where they come and they skew the polls and they say they want certain games. Then when I go to play them, they say, oh, that game's boring. What a waste of time tonight was. The last time I had a night like tonight, it was exactly the same. And that's on me to not remember that it had happened, okay? So to those who were here tonight and you were interested in certain games and I never got to play them, I apologize, all right? What did I end up playing tonight? Super Meat Boy 3D, which I think was a complete waste of everybody's time. We already know what Super Meat Boy is. I played it before. It didn't really work for my content. We did it for like a section of a Rageathon many years ago, and it didn't resonate, and I never played it again. So why would they vote for Super Meat Boy 3D? Because they knew it wasn't going to work. They also voted for the Baby in Yellow. Now, I'll be honest, I actually do think the Baby in Yellow is a game that would work for a night stream if we did.
Oh, so it almost seems like your theory doesn't hold any weight. I love how, you know, he's going to go on. He played 3 games. One game he claims didn't work out, which was Super Meatball. But then he's going to actually go on to say, well, the other 2 seem to be pretty interesting. Again, Phil, your words don't, you know, you're saying one thing and then meaning something else. You're confusing me, Phil. You really are. Because I thought you said, you know, the trolls screwed it up and they picked bad games. But yet 2 of the 3 games you played you actually will like and are gonna go ahead and play them future stream. Okay.
Dedicate a night to it. It will never work for a stream where I'm only going to play it 20-30 minutes because the build is so slow. Like, we did 2 nights of it, and I was messing around and joking around, and very minor horror stuff was happening, but nothing major yet. And then we're like, okay, we got to move on to another game. We can't play this all night. So we saw no horror. Like, really, we didn't see any horror at all. So because of that, it just wasn't a very good segment of the game. I do feel like if we do the Baby in Yellow as a dedicated night stream later on, it will work. I actually do believe that. And then the third and final game they voted for was Toonstruck. Now, to be honest with you, this is a game that I think I would like. This is a game that has Christopher Lloyd, the actor, as the main character, all right? He is inside, as a normal human, he's inside of a cartoon world. So think Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but in reverse, right? Like, the human is in the cartoon world rather than the cartoons being in the real human world. We played for like 30 minutes. It's a point-and-click adventure game. We started getting some, you know, solving some basic puzzles and things, and then we ran out of time. And I was like, you know, this is something that I would like. And I think that it would be a cool throwback thing, but I don't think this would work as a playthrough on my channel. In 2026, if people don't have the attention span to watch an 8-hour horror game, because it's narrative-based, there is no way they're going to sit there and watch me play through a point-and-click adventure game from the 90s, right? Just saying. So here's the thing. Out of all 3 games we played tonight, the one that I would like to go back to eventually is the Baby in Yellow. I think that would work as a late night stream. One night, a one-off stream. We play it for 2 hours. We just do the objectives. There's going to be jump scares, whatever. We laugh at it, and then we move on, right? I don't think that I'm going to go back to either of the other 2 games. But what happened was these trolls were so upset that last night I had a great night just hanging out, watching video trailers, and being exposed to new games. And I got so much support doing it last night. Tonight, they made it their goal to ruin the stream, which they did. So no lie, no matter what game I was playing, they just sat there and complained in both chats that the games suck and this is boring. So what happens is we're playing games that aren't really going to work in a 30-minute environment. They know that. Then they complain and spam the chat with toxic stuff. So what happens? The positive...
Bro, you had 150 people watching your stream last night, and then you had 30 on Kick. What are you talking about? The only people that were there were your Dent, okay? And a couple LARPers and trolls. Get the fuck out of here, fam. You know this is a lie because most people are watching Kino Casino. You know that. You know that your night streams are dead with viewership whenever Kino Casino streams. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're always dead. Your viewership is always gone. They're watching Kino. And you know this. So, again, this is some major league cope over here. And again, I love how he says, oh, I'm going to take the L, is my bad. And then just continue for the next, 7 minutes talking about how it was the detractors' fault. It was the viewership's fault. It was the people that didn't support's fault. It was the idiots that like my content that pick crappy games fault. It's everyone's fault, but of course his. Again, I love how he says he's going to take ownership, but is not taking ownership whatsoever here. And we all know this is just some cope over here. But just be honest, Phil. The Dents ran out of money. You couldn't whip out the anonymous tip again for 2 streams, and you didn't do that. And what you tried to do is browbeat your dentist supporting, and they just didn't. Again, your future stepdad, Lance Catamaran, they were all over at Kino Casino, okay? And you got nothing from Kick at all, literally nothing. And then the YouTube Dents couldn't cough up. Josh Painter didn't come out to save the business. So yeah, that's the truth, Phil.
The people leave. And that's exactly what happened. Like, they were like, oh, we're not going to get to see any good games tonight. So they all left. So tonight, by the end of the night, I made like $50 of support. That was it. Complete opposite of yesterday, where I did almost like 300, you know? So they sabotaged it and ruined it. And it was on purpose. Like, it was deliberate that they did this, okay? So,
but don't forget, he said it was his fault, okay? But not really his fault. It was the detractors' fault. Because we all know he does nothing wrong. He does everything correct.
Good news is, it's not the end of the world. Yesterday was an outstanding day. This is basically the first stream of the week that didn't go so well, support-wise. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn from this. Okay, I'm gonna remember now. Oh yeah, that's right. They did this last time. They sabotaged it and they're doing it again. So what we're gonna do is on Wednesday night we're gonna do this again. But I'm picking the games. And I can tell you right now, one of the games we are absolutely playing on Wednesday night is Blackjack. That's one that I wanted to play tonight. It's the Blackjack game that plays kind of like Balatro, but instead of poker, it's Blackjack. We are 100% playing that on Wednesday night. What else are we playing Wednesday night? I don't know yet, but I'm going to pick it. I'm going to look at the list of...
Okay, I'm going to keep this video handy because the moment that next week it fails and he doesn't hit his $150 goal, I'm going to bring this video up and I'm actually going to lace this video into whatever clip I post of it. Okay, it's gonna be a disaster and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be next Wednesday. And again, Keno Casino will be streaming next Wednesday, which means low viewers, low support for DSP. Good God, man. All right, you know what, there's still 5 minutes. I'm not even gonna deal with this. He's gonna get into schedule talk and then, you know, beg for the Dents to come out today and cough up money because he had a slow day yesterday. Just rinse and repeat with this fucking moron. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.